No, I think
love this.
Yeah, it's
oh my God.
It's a good screen. So I played one of his other games there the other day, the Moon Sliver, and very tight little narrative, good atmosphere, you know. And I was kind of going like this is, he's one of these people working in this like very, like you said, kind of 90s polygonal kind of aesthetic, you know, kind of the chiller horror kind of style, you know, that sort of same vibe, but he's coming at it from like, I think he's kind of more coming from like 90s PC gaming, whereas
this game sounds so great.
Yeah, so we'll start it once you get back.
It sounds scary as fuck. Yeah, I'll be back on the call in a couple minutes once I grab my phone. Be right back.
Right. So, I think the other thing I must actually do is rank the last one. We'll talk about when Zoe gets back. I kind of feel a bit bad about ranking the other one, considering it's a demo. Maybe I'll just add it in as a like honorable mention or like additional tag on the list or something, because it's not a full game. It's a demo. It's, you know, wasn't meant to be like ranked, so I'll add it. You know, notable demos or whatever we want to call it. But yes, I must put links. So if I'm actually going to show you I'm going to put a link to the WordPress in the chat, so you can have a look at that last one. I wonder what, like, again, that was a student team, that was a student project as well, I believe. So like, don't know, they might just have graduated and moved on. Not a clue. Yeah, because you go down to the download page. Downloads updated July 2012. Like I said, the version there I had of it was from September 2011. Oh, sorry, October 2011. So like, I don't know, maybe there was another version in the meantime. This is the most recent version I could seem to find through any of the mirror sites. So, you know, I don't feel good about like adding it to the ranking list, because it's not fair. It's not fair on the developers. They did their best. But we beat 2 games in about an hour and a bit. So hey, we're doing all right time wise. Oh, there's also, gosh, this week is busy for games. The new season of Deep Rock Galactic stuff came out, started today. So I've unlocked some of the stuff for that already. There is an Hitman and Elusive Target started yesterday. I've never done an Elusive Target before, so I'm probably going to stream that. I might do that tomorrow. I'll see. I'll post up when I end up doing that. I have a week off, well, more or less a week off ahead of me, so I will do some streaming. I've stuff to do on Wednesday. I know I have to at least one day I'm going to be busy, but I'll probably do some stream. No, Nick, I never owned any of the Hitman games while they were still doing Elusive Targets. I got 2 about the time 3 came out, I think. Maybe a little after. I can't quite remember now. Because I only played Hitman 1 and 2 last year? Or at least to completion, I think it was last year. So no, I've never done an Elusive Target before, so this will be my first of any, like literally any Elusive Target. I still have a good bit of stuff left to do in 3 as well. Though I think I think I've hit all the mastery ranks in all the different levels. I've just not done all the unlockables and all the escalations. I did go through as well and realized, just, you know, I think I kind of said before. Oh, there you are. Hello.
I'm in my backyard.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
And that's like, Dr. Orpheus too lives in my backyard.
Oh gosh, you're cutting in and out a bit. You're sounding a little bit robotic and also kind of fading in and out. I don't know what you're trying to say, but if it's do you sound okay? No, it's still a bit better. You're still sounding kind of robotic and cut out. It's grand. Don't worry too much about it. Don't rush yourself or anything. Take your time. Have a break.
Can we change now?
Oh, yep, that's better.
Okay, weird. I think it was probably just I was too far from the Wi-Fi.
Ah, right, yeah. That'll do it.
Yay.
Yeah. I was just saying, there's a new Hitman elusive target as of yesterday, and I will probably stream it because I've never done an elusive target before.
Yay! Well, I mean, they're adding that like whole roguelike mode,
which I'm definitely interested in.
Pretty into.
Because I did one of the like arcade things they've got, you know, where if you fail, it's 12 hours before you can try it again, which is like a bit of an like kind of an annoying conceit because it feels like, you know, is there really a, you know, that it just kind of feels a bit like a weird time limit to stick on stuff, but I still kind of like that idea.
The argument in the blog I read was like it's kind of a halfway point between having the elusive targets that you only get one try at ever, and like giving you a little bit of that feeling.
But I think the this elusive target is for Sapienza, which is if I have any complaint about Hitman 3, it feels that there's no like big like 2 like added a lot of like, it did a lot of like polish, and then it added like the reflective mirrors and kind of a lot of new items and stuff. 3 feels a bit like there's kind of not tons added to it in some ways. But the one thing I do like that they've added is the bananas, because boy do I like putting down a banana peel and just watching someone eat shit.
I don't think I've seen that.
So I noticed it. So I only kind of realized it when I went back to do the Dubai mission. And you know, one of the missions on that is you can like pretend to be a different assassin, and as you go and you talk to the guy, well, like you can see him coming into the room, and you can just put it on a banana skin on the ground where he's going to walk in, and you just go and sit down in the chair waiting for him to walk into the room. He takes a step in the room and just goes poof, fly, like legs above his head, cracks his head on the back of the floor and gets knocked out. It's it's hilarious. So I kind of started playing it just doing that, of going, well, let me find the bananas in this level and try to make every target eat shit, you know, one way or other.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's like also like it's like a way that you can knock somebody out without getting in trouble, I assume.
No, you still get in trouble if they see you putting the item down and they get knocked out in your presence. But if you do it when where they don't see you, you don't get it. I don't quite know. I'll be honest. Most of the time, I just did it to watch someone fall over and then go reload and move on.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah. The one thing I realized you can do, and I think there was actually, I can't remember if it was I can't remember if it was one of the feats or if it might just been an achievement or something. On that level, you know, one of the things is you set up an alarm and they go and get the parachutes to jump off the skyscraper. You can stick the banana peel at the edge of the ledge where they jump off, and one of them just slips, falls, and just falls to his death.
Yes,
and that was pretty good.
Love it.
I enjoyed that. I was just watching a guy just slip from the edge of a roof and just go, whoop, down he goes.
Yeah, get owned.
Yeah.
Love it. I feel like I haven't spent my time with Hitman 3, so I'm like eager to get excuses to dip back into it.
Yeah. No, I got like I think I played a little bit of Hitman 1 at some point, because I remember and like I did the Sapienza level and I kind of just didn't quite get into it, and then whatever it was, like I can't remember if it was last year or maybe it was like end of 2020, I picked it up again, and it was about the time like whatever it was, I just got very like I ate it up like the first Hitman just completely, and then Hitman 2 went on sale or something like very soon afterwards, and I went, oh, let me pick this up as well, and I like and because there was no like progression, you know, nothing really carried over from 1 to 2. I just played all of Hitman 1 again in 2, and like felt very rewarded by it. Like playing those levels again with the slight changes that they made again, like to sight lines and the whole mirror thing, and actually marking on the mini map when you're trespassing and all this sort of stuff, and just making it a bit more readable. Like it feels like a very, felt like a good step up for that first game. But I chewed through that in I put there was probably like a month where all I played was Hitman 1 followed by Hitman 2. Yeah, sort of way. Didn't care for the sniper levels. I don't think I ever did like the challenges on them, but that's about it.
Oh no, those ones are, it's like, I don't want to shoot a gun in Hitman, especially not one that I have to aim.
I mean, those are kind of fun just because they've, some of the ways they got the systems to all kind of work together, so you'd set up stuff so that, you're kind of trying to create an accident where you kill off 4 people in one go, or you're trying to shoot people into bushes to get the hit, so it's still a hit and, murder, whatever. That was grand. The problem was all those missions had 20-minute timers on them, and if you missed the thing at minute 17, which would mean you could do or complete this challenge, then tough shit, reload and wait for 17 minutes again. Because they didn't have any in-mission saves or anything like that, which was, I think otherwise I probably would just have pushed through to do all the challenges and stuff in them, but not to sit there for 20 minutes at a time just trying to push it out. But yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump back on the computer and then we can start.
Cool. Very good. No, I think hopefully audio is okay for this. As far as I know, audio is kind of important. So maybe let me know how it's
This is like one of those games where you can't see anything.
Yeah, it's all about listening to stuff. So hopefully you're all hearing everything okay. But, yeah. What's the? I don't remember. What is the developer on this? What's his name again? Just so I can see that. David Shizmansky. Is that right? She's SZY.
Oh, don't ask me.
Shizmansky? I think that's right. I'm hoping I'm getting it right. Apologies if not. All right, let's jump in. Decades ago, every known star and habitable planet vanished, leaving only those who were on space stations or starships. This event became known as the Quiet Rapture. With supplies dwindling and infrastructure crumbling, survivors are searching for any trace of natural resources in a universe of barren moons, lit by the ghost light of vanished stars. One such moon holds a strange anomaly, an ocean of blood. You're a convict, tasked with exploring this anomaly, in a makeshift submarine nicknamed the Iron Lung. It was not designed for this depth, so you will be welded inside and the forward window will be closed. There was no time for training. If successful, you will earn your freedom.
Oh, I'm into it.
All right. Well, now that's in audio only mode. Well, hey, if you can figure out what's going on based on the audio only, then that's great. That's
we'll know that the game has succeeded.
All right. Let's see. Any key? Oh, yeah.
Beginning your descent. Cruising depth in roughly 40 seconds. Stand by.
Does not appear to be any subtitles, so...
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities in the instruments, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Okay, that's what you want to hear.
Yep.
Approaching maximum depth. The hull's feeling it, but it's still holding strong. Closing porthole shielding.
Hey, we need that.
Alright, here we go.
We're starting to lose radio signal. You'll be at cruise depth soon, so refreshing and be careful. You're on your own. Good.
Thank you.
Alright, well. Right.
Okay.
So tab from map. Okay, so we've got XY coordinates. B is our briefing. 2 weeks ago, we conducted an exploration of Moon AT5 for the first time since the Quiet Rapture, leading to the discovery of a fourth blood ocean. A trench below the ocean surface has several points of interest. Your task is to photograph these points of interest with the SM-13's forward camera. Photos must be taken within 2 units of the specified position and 10 degrees of the specified angle. You can also use the camera to help with navigation. Only photos taken at the specified point of interest will be saved. Since you can't navigate by sight, pay attention to your coordinates and consult the map. The proximity indicator next to the control sub-control. So trigger if you're getting close to an obstacle. Good luck.
Okay. Noted.
All right. So where are we starting? We're starting at.
Oh, okay.
182.3, 116.7. So, what was my map again? Tab.
So those are the points of interest.
Yeah. So we're starting. Oh, so we're done.
Do we have? We just only know where we are by the instruments on that panel there.
Something we're down over here somewhere. Is there? So we want to get to
so
like.
What's the closest one?
Looks like it's probably. Is it this? I'm trying to figure out where.
X. You're at X182.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, these aren't okay. These aren't accurate measurements on the bottom and on the X and Y. So I can't just rely on them. I have to judge from this. So we're at X182. Y116. So we're probably So we down. Okay, so probably down over here then. I assume that's what it's telling us. Make sure you get a good photo of the Marines logo too.
Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Well, let's try heading towards. Let's try to get to Y18, like Y about 200, and then we'll try to make a right turn. See how that goes. So if we're just heading,
I'm guessing that's speed.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
On the right.
I'm assuming we're just heading north then. So there we are.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I see.
Okay. So looking to get
so far so good.
What did I say? Was it an 86? And it looks like we probably want to go to, but yeah, we want to go a bit up because it looks like there's a bit of a lump there. So let's just go to about 200.
Yeah.
That's probably okay. And
then
turn. No, not quite there.
Is that right? You're going east, not.
Yep.
I was thinking west for some reason, but I guess I was reading it wrong.
That's right. So let's just. And wonder what's outside. Yeah, we're kind of. Anyway, well, alert us if anything.
So
So
if we're going to bump into anything.
Yeah, so we want to hit X about 322.
Okay. Is that obstacle?
Yeah, we're probably passing this. Like there, right? Well, we can go see if we can see what it is.
Oh, right. I'm guessing it's just like a wall.
Probably.
What are you going to show us, camera?
Yeah, just a.
Sure. I guess that's a wall. I'm willing to assume that that's a wall or believe that that's a wall.
I like that they're like, because of the low fidelity, even though that's probably just a rock, it like you can actually kind of see like a face if you're looking for it there. Like there's kind of a weird like devil looking face.
Yeah.
You know, that's good use of low fidelity. All right, let's. Did you hear that? Or was that too low to get picked up? Okay. I don't know. Let's see if I can. There's like a weird like muttering or like kind of moan. No, maybe.
I didn't catch anything.
It didn't show up on here, but like there was definitely like I could hear it from my left. Actually. So
right.
We're going into like 300-ish. I'm going to turn that way because I'm worried about hitting something.
Oh, I'm familiar with the devil.
Oh, yeah.
As well, he says. We know him.
Yeah, I was watching. I've watched like 3 different streams of We Know the Devil in the last like month and a half, and every time I watched it, that game is so fucking good.
I know, it's incredible. I love it. All right, smooth sailing.
I say 322. 322. Let's get as close as we can.
There's there's fewer obstacles than I anticipated given that map.
I was going to say it's the first one, so I imagine that's kind of this is the tutorial one probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually starting to hear a noise, so we also want to turn.
All right, so yeah, angle was like, what was it? Wait, wasn't it like 80? Oh, 186. Yeah, it's hard to tell. The numbers are very small.
Will that be enough? You might not be facing the right direction now is the problem.
Yeah.
So we've probably come this way, so we're probably facing...
Oh, so the angle is 33, was it? It's, yeah, the numbers are tiny.
Oh, right. Yeah, angle 33. So we need to be facing... Ooh, too far.
Slow and steady. Did it say like within 10?
10 degrees, so like I assume...
Okay, that's pretty generous. Does that count?
It did, like a little tick.
All right, checked it off. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
That's a rock of some kind.
Yeah, and now we're roughly facing the right direction for this.
Yeah, it seems like you're actually pretty much on course, though.
So
you might see a wall sometime soon, depending on how close you get to it.
Get to what was 378. Oop. Yeah, I seen a wall. $63. Looks like this might have been nearly perfect angle. What was it? 378, 263? I wonder if that's close enough. Oh, this is not an expedition, it's an execution. When they put you in here, they don't want you to return. Even if you do, and even if they keep their promises, what freedom waits for you? A few dying ships in a sea of dead stars. If there's still hope, it lies beyond the veil. Hope in this void is as illusionary as the starlight. I will choose to breathe my last here at the bottom of an ocean, unseen, unheard, and uncontrolled. They will get their execution. I will get my freedom. Oh, did that count? No, we need to be... Not really look more this way, do we? Maybe a bit closer. Oh, I probably need to be a bit closer. What's the... Two, 63. Oh. Okay, I'm up to 50. Oh. Catch this now. There we go. That one counted. Okay, so now we can turn kind of northwest, and we should be clear to hit that. 180, 180, 270. Yeah, 250, 315 is probably what we want. Let's see. There's that noise again. That's behind me this time.
That just sounds like a whale.
It does. It's kind of got that low, that kind of lowing sea cow noise. You know, hold on, wait, am I? Oh yeah, no, I do want my X to be decreasing. I forgot. That sounded a bit more growly.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
That's
just another tree-like entity.
maybe.
I mean, how dangerous is that?
What are we at?
You're not going head on.
Yeah, we probably should be okay. It's getting closer though, so I'm just going to turn a bit just to... $5.9 by 4.6. Oh, there's something behind me?
Oxygen notification.
Oh shit, oh, that's not a...
So we're on a time limit?
Maybe. That's a bit concerning.
Yeah, that feels difficult.
So 259 by 4.6. I could probably go a bit more north. I think we're about the... Looks like we're gonna hit about the right... 59406. Right, that's close enough. And angle is 295. 296. Oh, that's a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
That's the Beetlejuice worms. Right. Okay, gonna delete.
You've solved everything in this little crevasse.
Looks like it. Yeah. It's gonna start moving. Okay, so.
Hi, whale, or whatever you are.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so now that I've seem to be hitting something kind of north, I'm going to turn.
So you're probably like
east.
right next to that tunnel, hopefully.
Yeah, kind of up there. So now, hopefully that should be alright.
That looks promising.
Yeah. When there's something ahead of us, we can. That's fine. Ooh.
Okay. We think we're just gonna be able to scoot through it. Oh, Owen. I feel like you might need to turn more left. What a peak.
Oh well.
Yeah, my gut was like, oh, you're right outside that little tunnel.
Oh, why did you?
And that was a corner, it was telling you. But I think your instinct to get between them was good.
Where did you think it was?
You keep your progress, but
yeah, it had an
except for
autosave.
that last one.
Yeah. No, it seemed to save it. Oh, yeah, it saved before the last. Let's see. Oh, we're nearly there though. Okay, it saved right before we got here, so just keep moving. 4, 6. Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong way. I want to be going more slightly west. So this is what a bottle game looks like? Yeah, I guess.
Like a bottle episode? Angle 296. Yeah, okay, so we got our worms. Nailed it.
Okay. So where did you think I'd ended up before?
I guess you were probably at that little tunnel to the north of the check mark in the middle. And you probably had like rammed into the south part of that wall instead of going through the tunnel, was my guess.
I mean, that's where I was trying to go around that way, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Clear what's there. Maybe I have to go back. Maybe that means like it's like, oh no, because the paths have to pass through there. Maybe that means it's unclear what's in front of you. Maybe I should have, you know what I should do? I should go that way, but I should take a picture the next time something's in my way and use that as.
Oh yeah, you definitely could. So clever.
Let's try going about this direction, about 40, a little less than 45 degrees. I wish the X and Y, I wish the markings on this map lined up with the X and Y.
Yeah, but I guess that's the name of the game, you know? Is figuring that out.
Yeah. Try this out. Alright, so I'm hoping as I'm like up here. And then so there's something there.
Gerp, 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 slow and steady.
So the question, well, I don't know, is like that, does that mean it's actually about to hit me?
That, I would think,
yeah.
No, it's flashing slower now.
But
also.
yeah, just because I moved it there. But I mean, like, if it was right ahead of me, I go, yeah, that's getting closer. You know, that's dangerous.
Yeah. I'm guessing maybe if the dots only show up at specific angles, like in the corners of that hexagon, I guess, octagon, whatever that is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I'd assume as well, that if it's like actually like, say, you know, 45 degrees from you, it would be in one of those one of those spots there instead.
I would mostly think be careful of when there's two dots next to each other. That means you're probably going into a wall. Up, 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 up. It's very soothing. It's not that scary. Just to listen to the creaks. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah. It's just like being in a quiet, empty house. Listen to the pipes.
Very comfortable.
Turning away from you. How am I getting? Okay. So I don't want to miss here. So let's. I'll check the old coordinates now. Okay, so I don't want to go below Y277. So this is probably... Oh, I was seeing... Okay, so I was getting a reading here and then it disappeared. So I'm probably... Maybe I'm there?
Right by that one in the
Okay.
center.
Only one way to find out. Full steam
Crash
ahead.
into it. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's wreck this ship. The only thing you can deny them is your body, Owen.
Okay. Now. So it's possible I've kind of got like caught in here somewhere. Maybe I'll turn. South again. So whatever is east of me. Worried. Can you can't remember what those what the coordinate for there was, can you? There shows. That second one, or even the Y coordinate, because then I'd know at least if I've gone kind of too far.
Right, because you can't look at them again once they're checked off.
Is this?
So the lower one, or wait, the one that was, the lower one was like 180. You have to be out in that kind of main chamber now, right? Oh,
Do something?
it did say like watch out for fire and stuff. Doesn't. Oh, okay. Maybe not yet, but getting there.
Right, I feel like I'm probably in this tunnel now. Just like that's beeping.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable guess. Let's see if one shows up on the bottom. Okay, it looks like you're moving away from it.
Yeah,
you're back in open ocean.
So if
maybe?
I head to if I head to if I make it to X560 and then I'll readjust as I need to.
Yeah, I think you have to be out in that larger chamber now.
I think that's there to distract me a bit. Yeah.
Also, maybe just like keep you on edge, keep your attention up.
There's a noise outside. I'm going to hit that button.
Nope.
Okay. What's the... I'm looking for Y. Okay. 60. Okay. That came up very suddenly. There's a 560. Come on, back. 277, right? And 43. All right.
It hasn't yelled about you about the oxygen in a while, so hopefully you're not in an unwinnable state.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like one of those things where it's kind of like it's not
really
it's
counting
tied
down
to
the milestones.
Yeah. Right, found something then.
More Beetlejuice worms.
All right, so
You got another one directly to the southeast.
And I've got that one, and then we'll head. So we'll do these two, and then we'll head north. So X613, Y197. Y197. Alright, heard a bang on the hull.
Yeah. That was just a love tap. Oh. 1 second.
Sure. Six 13-197.
Alright.
Nope. Just auto saved, so that's a good sign.
Okay, yeah.
13 9. Oop, too far. 7. And angle is 55.
The Steph DLC was definitely a bottle game.
Whoop.
To its detriment.
That's a skull.
Hi.
That's a fucking dragon skull or something.
We have
Oh.
proof that life existed, and that's important part.
Maybe that's where all the blood came from. Alright. This is going to be the awkward one. Okay, we're going to head... Oh, this is going to be... Right, the Y coordinate looks like it's going to be there. So I want to head to about 258 Y, roughly. And then I'm going to make myself... You know what? I'm going to write this down. 258. Y, 258. So that's probably as far... like, roughly about as far north as I want to go. And then I'm going to try to angle myself through.
Wait, okay. Highlight the one on the right. So you want to get to, like, Y258.
Yeah.
And then start going, like, northeast a little.
Yeah,
or
a little
mostly
bit.
east,
I'm
but a
gonna-
little bit northeast.
Yeah, I'm basically going to head there and kind of assume I need to keep going northeast a little bit to try to find my way through that crevasse, and then it's going to be a bit of a pain coming back the other way, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Mama
Actually-
has officially left. Finally. Fucking A. The, like, one thing I don't want her to do is, like, show up on during therapy.
Ugh.
And she keeps doing that. I'm like, not before noon on Fridays, especially because therapy is going to be about you, probably, because you're kicking me out of your house. And this doesn't make me feel like I can actually live in this house if you're just going to fucking show up all the time.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's rough, I know.
It's annoying, but it's life. What are you going to do?
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like I've, my own movement woes have been a bit more like, it's just fucking getting to be a pain in the
Yeah.
ass at this point more than anything else.
I'm just like, New York has like pretty good websites for finding new apartments, and I did not realize that those were not nationwide. Like, as everything is, you know? I was just like, oh, everything's an app. Of course, this would be one of them. So I was like, I'm gonna go to streeteasy.com to find an apartment. And it's like, oh, this doesn't exist for Philadelphia. And the options that do exist for Philadelphia are bad.
That's rough.
It's all like new construction buildings and like stuff like that, high rises, where I'm like, not moving into any of those.
I was so I'm in an awkward spot now where so I've been trying to move for the last while. My current contract is technically a temporary contract. No, not technically, it is a temporary contract, but it's one of these ones that's effectively going to keep getting rolled until I can get a permanent position. That's the way a lot of this works. It's public sector, so that's
Yeah.
kind of the way they do these things at the moment. Is like, look, we know we need people in here, but we can't,
Yep.
go off and get them filled. So blah blah. Anyway,
I'm familiar.
so now, so that means that if I apply for anything and it's through like an actual like agency, and I tell them yes, I'm on a temporary contract, it's like they're not gonna fucking talk to me. So
Yeah, I mean, like, that's something scary that I'm going through where it's like, I don't have a job. So any apartment that asks, like, what your job is, they're going to be like, haha, good luck, fucker. A lot of places will just ask for a credit check, and then you can kind of dodge the issue. But yeah, it's just been really complicated because Panza can't do stairs, so I have to find a first floor apartment, which will eventually be nice if I find one. She'll have done me a favor because I don't want to walk up. But at the same time, it makes it a lot harder to find realistic housing. Okay, so I'm guessing that means I'm guessing if you're in the middle of them, even though it's flashing quickly, you're probably safe because you're not moving in that direction.
Right.
Honestly, tiny houses are a fucking scam.
They are,
By
but
which, I mean, they're cute. No lie, the aesthetic.
It's not the aesthetic. I just want a small. I'm looking at going. I would like something the size of an apartment, but with a small garden. That's what I would effectively like.
Yeah. I mean, I feel it. I was talking to Roach about that, and they were like, I want to move back into a studio. And I was like, yeah, I remember studios. The one thing I really didn't like about them was if you cooked fish, that you would have to sleep in the bedroom with your fish smell or any particularly smelly food like that.
Here's a fun fact about Irish housing standards. There's no standard definition for a studio apartment. So what you will see if you go onto a lot of rental websites is you will see someone having stuck a bed in a kitchen, and that is now a studio apartment. And by all legal definitions, it is.
Yeah,
and
totally.
It's
no, Owen, don't go right.
I'm not going right. I'm moving.
No, yeah, I'm betting there's very specific similarities in American housing that I just don't pick up on because I've been in this water my whole life.
So what happened a lot was the here it's gotten very bad because they decided basically we went from a country that was probably 70% housed by the state through social housing and other means to effectively zero. Literally the city I'm in built no new social housing last year, zero. The head of government is from this constituency, and that's kind of keeps coming back to bite him because it's every time you talk about building houses, blah blah, you can point to the city you're from and go, there's still nothing even being built there, so what hope has anyone else got?
Right.
So this is a 90s thing. There was suddenly you had a class of people suddenly making money, and there's no kind of there wasn't at the time any sort of major Irish investment kind of system really. There was nothing. Okay, I'm going to be careful because I'm going to run into this otherwise. So basically housing became the proxy for investment. So it's if you have a bit of money, you're putting in housing, and so we need to create a market. And then post crash, it became even worse because basically everyone who got run out of Europe and the US because they were building, or at least kind of areas places like New York and stuff, because they were dealing in dodgy accommodation and everything. Realized, because Ireland has no history of property investment on this scale, there's no standards and there's no oversight. So guess what, fuckers, we're coming to take your money and build shitty accommodation and charge you extreme amounts for it, and no one's put a stop to it just yet. So it's gotten very bad. And but again, because there's no standards on until the 2000s, apartments were were flats. They were built by the state. Like no people didn't. Like very few people lived in apartments or flats that weren't just living in social housing. So the standards for them were all based around social housing. But if you're building an apartment now, you're following very ridiculously low quality guidelines for what you can build and get away with. If you're building student accommodation, it's even worse. And that's the whole thing now of like they try to like the model they try for is this like everyone's in effectively student accommodation, so it's all shared spaces, but because you're not a tenant in the traditional sense, you've got very few it's a fucking nightmare. So like that's why when I say like I see like literal like a bed thrown in the kitchen and they call it a studio apartment, even when it's in like effectively like someone's built an extension and shoved a kitchenette and a bed into it. It's like, yep, there's your apartment, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, the like most New York apartment, like a movie style New York apartment I ever saw was like visiting a friend of mine, their friend who lived in Chinatown, and the shower was in the kitchen.
Oh, I've
there
seen
was
that.
Just like a shower stall next to the stove.
The worst I've seen was there was a again like this like kitchen with a bed in it style one, and there was a little step up into a curtained off area, and behind the curtain was a toilet and a shower. That was it. And like that's I think maybe the worst one I've seen so far. Okay. I think I'm getting out of here now anyway.
All right. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Nervous. I saw a place that was basically a closet. You open the door and there's a bed and tiny microwave. So that's what I saw. There was a place around the corner from my parents' place, which they built an extension and they did that. They threw it was a hot plate on top of a microwave, and that was the kitchenette. And there was a bed in the room, and that was your apartment. And the thing was, that was probably, I remember seeing that when I was looking at this place I'm in now. And compared to what they're probably looking for now, that was probably at a relatively reasonable price in a way. Yeah. Okay. I'm probably back out of here now. So I start going west, and then when I see something in front of me, I can probably just turn, do the safe turn kind of south, I suppose. 270. There we go. Before my current job, I worked for a housing charity, and part of what I did was help them evaluate. Hello? That was definitely a jolt. That was, okay. Nothing came up on the scanner, though. Right. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the other thing. It's like at the moment like, the place I'm in now is a house from the early 60s. It didn't originally have, like central heating or anything like that. Like, every bedroom has a fireplace. That's the kind of, like, style of house it was. And yet the amount I'm actually paying for it, even though I'm actually, like I'm technically the only person in this place right now, and I'm paying like half rate effectively while I try to move and they try to get work done on the place, which is a nightmare at the moment. Like it's like the amount I'm paying for it is too much, and yet compared to everyone else I know in this area, it is ridiculously low. Okay, did I pass under that? What's there? X623 Y520. Maybe I passed under it. Maybe I'm just kind of passing under it now. Let's see what beeps it. Oh. 'Cause Let me try turning up a bit. Y520. Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't turn up because otherwise I'm just going to hit that thing. Let's get away from it first and then we'll move. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually probably running into it, I assume. Let's play it safe. Turn a bit south. Okay. Back around and start moving again. That's X623. Probably. God, I can't remember what was the X coordinate on that. Hold on. What am I sitting between? Did I somehow end up in here? Did I manage to make it around that? But that wouldn't make sense. I wasn't facing up. I was kind of going straight. I went down. Well, let's just keep going straight for the moment. Right. Okay. If I'm... Yeah, I must be around that now then. So why I need to get to about 520. Oh, I've been in that. So I think the worst thing for me, Nanotsu, is like, because, so like I said before, because I got interrupted by something jumping there. Ooh. I said the place I used to work before, like part of our job was helping people who were like in long-term homelessness, kind of renting places. A lot of the time it was just private rented. Wasn't ideal, but sometimes that's all there was. So I got very good at like looking at rental prices and knowing this is what this is per week. This is what this is per, what this breaks down to as a proportion of, like, say, social welfare payments and that sort of stuff. And the other thing was I also got very good at converting that to what is this in terms of a 30-year mortgage, and looking at stuff and going,
hello, I'm back.
Oh, hello. And seeing people go, yep, you're asking for the equivalent of a €600,000 mortgage on this absolute rundown cottage sort of thing. It got
right, that they're like paying a fraction of.
Oh, absolutely.
They're like, I'm going to pay this bitch off in 5 years. Fuck a 40-year mortgage, because that's just money in the bank.
It didn't help that for a long time here, like pension schemes and stuff were very bad, even public sector ones. So again, this is also what propped this up in the 90s, was like the sense of like, oh, well, if we can't afford to oh shit, I'm worried I'm over here now. I don't want to be that way. If we can't afford to have people on public pensions, then we need to get them on some other form of, like, investment for their retirement. Right. And so they said, well, if you're, we will, like, it's actually there's tax breaks if you're renting out a property while retired and all this sort of stuff. It's like, oh, so there's a lot of people who actually, they're not even paying off their mortgage. Their mortgage got paid off. Shit, where am I?
Right.
Oh, this is years ago.
Now they're just making bank.
Exactly. Okay. I'm gonna turn kind of south.
The thing I was going to say about tiny houses earlier is that I've recently learned that it has been astroturfed, or was always astroturfed, into a way to up the land value of, like, trailer parks and stuff.
Huh.
So, like, literally the exact same thing, like people paying to live in trailers, but like we can get so much more money
Hmm.
if we just call it tiny houses and displace the people who used to live on that land.
Oh, I think. Okay, I think I'm in this. I think I'm in this tunnel.
Oh, jeez.
I know. So I'm gonna try down. Where? Because I'm at this point now. If I'm at like 450. I've got to be around here. That's got to be what's happening. Okay.
What is the Y you're trying to hit right now?
520.
Okay.
I think. Also, when you were gone before, as I was moving, there was just suddenly something juddered the ship, but I got nothing on the camera.
Ooh,
And nothing popped up on here, so it was just
spooky.
okay. Trying to come right then. Nope. Fuck, where am I? How have I gotten trapped in a corner?
Yeah, we're definitely hitting about 3.6 rot gin. Rontgen. I'm guessing this submarine is radiation shielded. Why wouldn't they take care of us like that?
Yeah.
Well, now you're getting progressively more cramped.
I'm trying to figure out where I could be, you see, is the problem. Because either I've gotten up here or I'm stuck in this corner, but then I don't think I'd be seeing something to the right of me. Where are my XYs? Oh, am I... Oh, have I gone past it? Am I over here or something?
Do you think maybe you're in... What's that next one to the northwest of you in that other cave?
180.
Okay, so
probably, like, yeah, I'm somewhere between. So if I...
Yeah, you might be. It's hard to tell.
I mean, yeah, because I'm
You
trying
want
to
to get to X300, so you're like way, or rather 600, so you're like way west of where you think you should be. And what are the alerts giving you?
It's not. It's north and west at the moment, and something and something to the east. That's what's confusing me. That I mean, I'm kind of stuck in a triangle, which doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
I would think maybe go south a little and then start trying to go east.
That's what I'm thinking. I want. Yeah, maybe I'm like here or something. Maybe that's what's kind of. Maybe
Yeah,
not
I
quite
can't actually see your cursor, so I don't think you're like pointing out anything.
All right.
I've been trying to figure that out.
All right. I can use this then if I'm on the diagram on the map coordinates, not the ones that are showing up on the screen, but in the X and Y, I'm looking and kind of going, am I about like, you know, that little dip there that's about X 450 Y 400. If you see where I mean, there, kind of below, like to the left of the neck here.
Yeah, so you just need to go
kind of
south for a little
around.
while and then east and see if you can go north.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because look, immediately go south and then suddenly there's nothing to my east, which probably means that I am. That's probably what's happening there. So can I just... How far east can I go then? And if I head to like X 500-ish. Oh, no, there's something east again. South again. Kind of want to keep north close because it means that I know. Oh no, when I'm getting to what I think is the opening. Oh, east has gotten a lot closer. A little north again. Nope. Okay. Right. How north can I go before that starts flashing at me? Not very. I'm... X is now 392. Didn't end up back in here, did I? What's that, 180? So that's about 400-ish. 1, 2, 3. I think I am actually back over here. Maybe. I'm trying to use this as a rough a rough guide, because if I kind of count each of these blocks as roughly 100-ish. Not quite, but you know, about that. X 180. It's not quite that.
Oh, and did you cut out?
No? Oh, did I?
I cut out?
No, I think I did cut out. Maybe. Hold on, my stream. Hold on. Shit. Did I cut out? I cut out. I cut out.
Hello?
Hello? You still there? Are you back? Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was me. That was my... Just like had a little dip for some reason.
Nanatsu has asked, since I'm audio only, is there a monster in this game? Essentially, no.
But
We've only experienced the audio of said monster as well.
The audio is, you know, confinement and probably capitalism. So I was just trying to do some like a kind of like trying to split the difference here and kind of go, well, each of these is like 100 units roughly. You could talk about like 280, 380, 480, 80, and then 623. Yeah, so that would mean, so if I'm at 392, that would suggest I'm in here. I think somehow I've actually come back through this. I think that's what's happened. Is I've maybe come through the choke point again. 422. Why? Maybe. Oh, I can't tell. I thought I was doing well, and then I started talking about housing and got distracted. Right. We're gonna try. Right. Well, I know that's why. That's 258. Why? So I'm above that. Oh, hold on. We're loading. All right. Oh, did I cut off altogether? Am I still here?
I can hear you, but the game appears gone.
That's just because I tapped out of it.
Oh, okay.
Are you still? Yeah, but you can still see it, can you?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
It's yeah. I think it's just faded out because you're tapped away.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think I did cut out there for a moment. Well, they had. This is my internet acting up for a second. I forgot to do what I've recently been doing as a backup, which is setting the phone as a hotspot, just in case, and then having it, if it does cut, it usually kind of jumps onto that for a moment. God, I was looking at what Apps was saying he pays for his phone every month.
Right.
Yeah. Geez, and I said, oh God, I thought I was doing well on like €20 a month for unlimited, and then he's getting it for like 12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like $80-$90 in America sometimes, depending on your carrier.
Yeah, it depends a bit here too, but like, I think that's kind of been the standard for like ever. Like, it's the one thing that isn't actually like contributing to inflation here is the cost of like mobile.
Mm.
I am very lost as to where we are because I don't know what that is. That's to the east.
Honestly, Nansu, you are making a killing in data savings. It's true. But like, maybe we could find a way to get the algorithm to just really compress this video, since it's just very little on the screen is actually changing. I know video doesn't work that way, but wouldn't it be beautiful?
Yeah, just change. Well, unfortunately, not. If you're partnered, you can set your stream.
Yeah, you can do all the fun, like
Yeah,
more discrete levels of broadcasting.
that's it. Okay. Maybe okay. Hold on. I think 200. I want to get to about. Okay, I want to get to about. Right, I'm thinking actually, while these numbers are not accurate, I think maybe the actual like. Or maybe they are.
They seem pretty accurate.
You know what
to
they
me.
are? Yeah, I don't know what it was that was throwing me off about them before, but now I look at them, yeah, they are, aren't they? So I want to. Okay, so I want to be heading for about like 400. Or like, sorry, 550x about 400y. And if, let's okay. So if I'm at 434, yeah, that would make sense. I am stuck somewhere in here, aren't I? 321. Yeah, right. Somehow got back to that tunnel instead. So let's just keep going this way. That seems to be the way now. So the moment you like those plans just live forever until someone, like says otherwise. You know, that seems to be the constant thing. Like my parents are on the same. They had a phone plan in the 90s that they got grandfathered into and they've still had for 20 odd years. And it's
They will. Yeah. Sorry, not to cut you off. They will definitely find any excuse to like end an unlimited plan. But I feel like it's gotten a little better since the times where, like, there was a time where I couldn't get tethering on my phone because I was like on a grandfathered in unlimited plan, and they would like, you would have to give up your unlimited data to get tethering. But now I can do that, so it's possible that restrictions are slightly less limited than they once were.
I think what they have to do, and I don't know how it is everywhere, but I feel like a lot of it has become they have to start offering you, like they basically kind of have to like carrot rather than stick you, you know, when they're trying to get you off plans. And that's always, so that's always been why my parents have kind of kept their plan, is because there's nothing that they really like. There's no plan that can be offered that is beneficial to them. Like
because they don't need anything but like unlimited data or whatever.
Well, this is specifically this is actually specifically the landline is the thing for them, because they actually get cheap international calls.
Oh hell yes!
Which is very
I
funny.
love it.
So that was the thing, because like most of my mom's family and some of my dad's live in the UK, so they used to offer. There used to be an offer for, you know, UK calls from Ireland that was cheaper, so they got that because it was better. And then at some point, calls to the EU in general had to become standardized. You know, so that happened. So they got international calls at the same price. So they got calls to the rest of the EU for the same price as the UK. I think that's what it was. So now anytime anyone comes along and goes, well, here's a better offer we could give you for blah, 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 I was like, is it better than effectively like low-cost calls to the entire continent of Europe, plus the UK, plus whatever domestic calls they get? And it's like...
Not to ruin your parents' like exceptional milking of what should be public infrastructure and is not.
I don't, what,
but have
the worst
they
part,
heard of Skype?
Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm like, well, personally, yes, they just use WhatsApp when they're calling people, but also, like, you know, I like a lot of older relatives and stuff don't have. I'm comfortable with that.
Absolutely.
We made it through. Okay, 523 angle of 63. Long nightmares done, and that's a spine. That's
cool.
A spine.
Not really sure what we're achieving here.
Yeah,
but
photography.
Yeah, but like, I mean, they were specifically called like anomalies. I feel like.
I mean, like, look, it's meant to be a dead moon, and there's bones. I don't know.
I'm definitely not saying that bones on a blood moon on a blood in a blood sea on a barren moon are
in an
not
empty
anomalous.
universe.
But I'm curious what we're gonna pull from this data.
You know, maybe they're edible. Alright, X350.
I mean, there's definitely, like, the EU is definitely not great in some really specific ways, mostly how they fucking gut their member countries like Italy and Greece and stuff like that.
Yeah. I've said, like, I would consider myself like a soft Eurosceptic in that I see, like in a weird way, like I've kind of described before, the EU in some ways is a left-wing dream run by conservatives. It's kind of the, you know, so like you know, like there's and it's funny because every time some real heinous, anytime some like internally heinous change gets proposed, it becomes very hard to defend because it's usually like, no, these are like against the founding principles of the EU, like, you know, movement of people and education. No, a lot of that now is because they consider it like cheap labor and all that sort of stuff, but it becomes very hard to like bring in a lot of EU-wide bullshit. It doesn't stop individual member countries, but it happens. But it is sometimes satisfying to see something get like kind of like, you know, even stuff like all the basically like standardized phone charges and like call rates and stuff like that. A lot of that came in to stop people starting up companies in, you know, countries in the EU where it was cheaper to do so, and then just selling plans in like countries where it costs more. Did you? Is that, sorry, I can't...
That was an oxygen warning.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, I couldn't tell if it was a noise on your end or if it was something in the game.
No. So I think you should be good until like 300 something.
350-ish is what I'm looking at there. So kind of roughly. So I'll probably go for about 370.
Oh, actually, if you look at that map, I bet there's a tunnel that... Oh, no, maybe not. It looks like there might be a tunnel that would get you to that northeast one, but... It's dodgy.
Yeah, I think that's just meant to be like interference, but so far it's been kind of clear when there's been stuff. So I'm going to go for like what I said, 375, and then I'll turn north, and then we'll get to about 650 north, and then I'll turn west. I don't know why when I was looking at this before, I just couldn't make the numbers line up in my head, and now that I look, I go, yeah, no, these are just simple coordinates. I don't know why I was having such trouble with it, but there you go. What did I say was going to about a little over 650, so we'll go 660. Oh, the cookie accept pop-up thing, Nick, actually, so that what's funny is that a lot of those are technically not allowed under EU law, because it's explicitly like no, and that like except for logins, you are to assume rejection of cookies unless someone says otherwise. So generally, you're actually meant to go in and provide an option for someone to sign up and say yes somewhere on a page, but it shouldn't be a pop-up. So a lot of that got like. So a lot of those are technically like, no, this shouldn't be. This is not within EU law. But what happened then was, I think, was it California copied the like?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna say, we got the watered down California version of
shit.
that. How do we defeat it? Do you have to be just like right on top of them, maybe?
Yeah, just on it. I was kind of going. What is that noise I hear in the background? God.
Ship just got a little burnt.
It's
Ate
all-
up
it's
all
still-
your oxygen
It's still good.
really
it's still good.
quickly.
It's still good. Shit, what was I heading to?
I think you're at the part where you can start going north. Yeah.
what
So
was
you
it then?
should be kind of on the right heading, but be
Yeah,
prepared to go a little northwest if it comes to that.
Oh no, I was starting to turn there, wasn't I? Because I was going to go to about 660 and then turn west. So that's probably where I was going to. Right, let's go that way. So we should be kind of fairly smooth, and then we can start turning at about 200-ish. But yeah, from what I understand, some of that was like the argument then was because they were following the California law, and because the two were, either incompatible or like, a lot of the companies doing this were based in the US, that they had to follow that law, so they followed that to the rule book and blah blah blah. So it's gone back. It's actually one of these things that's kind of circulating in both the EU Parliament and also I think some of the courts as well. So I don't know, maybe there'll be an end to that at some point. The funny thing is the amount of sites based in the US which like you still cannot access if you're in the EU, because they just will not, they won't even make the like token effort to like adhere to like the very bare bones requests of like the EU for like privacy. I want to say it's the like Chicago Sun-Times is the one that still you can't go on to. I know that was when people started noticing, because that's still where I knew people would go and look for like Roger Ebert reviews, the older ones and stuff, to reference stuff, and then they were finding, I can't actually check these. Sure, they'll do something about that eventually, and like, nah, several years later, and they're still like, nope, if you're in the EU, you cannot view this site. So something out there somewhere, so I'll take a photo. Let's look. So I probably want to be facing. I'm get a photo of whatever's making that noise.
Nope. Sorry.
Or maybe that's what what I will be taking a photo of. X180 Y576. Roger Ebert liked to tweet you made, Nick. Was it the one of Keys and I saying fuck? Because that would have been a good one.
Was it Roger Ebert's ghost?
I just like the idea of like Roger. I know that was way after. When did he die? Like God, how long ago? When did he die? It's like to like 2009 or something. Maybe not. Maybe it's a bit later.
It's
than
been
that.
an age.
Yeah.
It might not be that recently, but it certainly
No,
was, or that
no.
long ago. But
Oh, I know how long it was ago. It was 2013 because it was when Bioshock Infinite came out because of that fucking Cliffy B tweet.
Cliffy B. Right. He was like, that's a fucking all-timer tweet.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
National Heritage tweet. Like, yeah, that's a classic. I was just reading, please don't judge me, the Wikipedia page for Zoolander. In my defense, I was also watching Zoolander.
I was going to say, I'm not judging you. I watched that movie enough, like, when I was younger.
Zoolander's pretty good.
Zoolander has David Duchovny in it, so, like, I'm willing to give it a pass.
Leftist
Yes.
by today's standards. Like, good luck getting a movie about that made in 2022, where it's like, like, the fashion industry is planning to assassinate a left-leaning political figure because they're
ending slavery in the fashion industry. Yeah, it's like, that's
But yeah, there was a quote in there where like Roger Ebert fucking hated that movie, and like later apologized to Ben Stiller because he was like, "I'm sorry, that movie just wasn't that bad. I was just on one that day."
That's fair. Yeah. That's a film. I feel like I watched that like relatively recently. Like when I say relatively, I mean like probably within the last 5 years, which -3 for like pandemic. So I suppose that's only 2 years ago in real terms. That was another judder.
Yeah, that was a thump.
Yeah. But I didn't hit anything. Okay. It's about 650-ish. Still. Plus a bit. So what did I say? 660 I think is where I got to before. Return. And that should hopefully be enough to get us through. Wait, did Cliff Blazinski did he get rid of his Roger Ebert tweet? His Bioshock Infinite tweet, the famous tweet? The tweet that the world, I don't know, is that the most infamous tweet in like gaming stuff?
I mean, it's definitely up there.
Oh god, it's gone. Well, the screenshots will live forever. Can't get rid of those. 3, 2, 4, 5, and let's go north. And that's my Y, 741. The opposite about time, though. I feel like those years are just lost, and we've been living in liminal space between 2019 and now. Like no, that's what I mean. Like Nick, in that like when I say 5 years ago, what I actually mean is, if I say within the last 5 years, what I actually mean is like 2017, which is technically only 2 years ago on that scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 35, 41 angle. 18.
Nanatu, nobody's ever discovered that. Invest in linen suits, maybe. Nanatu is asking how you're supposed to dress nice in triple-digit weather. Find shorts that look good on your body, or convert to an all-linen wardrobe. I think those are your options.
I've not figured out how to dress comfortably in like double-digit weather, so.
Y'all don't know the pain.
No, I like that. Well, like that's the thing of like I've been to like I don't know, I reckon it's in Fahrenheit, but like I think the like I've been in like high 30-degree weather, which I don't know what that don't know what that converts to, but like that's been like hellish. That's been unlivable and like could not cope no matter what I was wearing. And like, but I'm also a person who like once it hits like 20 degrees Celsius, I'm going like, no, this is not the Ireland I'm used to. I need it to be slightly overcast and ideally just let's say 16. I think 16 degrees is about my preferred temperature in Celsius. And a bit less than 700 would be ideal, yeah. Where am I? 466. My 7. Okay, I'm a bit higher than I want to be, but. No, I'm here. Okay, so I actually need to go down a bit. Oh, alright, I thought it. Oh, 466. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on, what? Am I seeing something to my right? 466 by 691, so I should be around here. That's... Keep going down for a second. No, alright. I did hit a saving point, so I'm not too worried about crashing now. Let's just get north and just see if I can... Yeah, because I'm definitely too far. So I want that easterly dash to stop flashing. I should just be able to swing. I should just be able to go right. Just a wall? Oh.
Hi! Did we win? Is that the win condition?
No, it doesn't seem so.
Oh, there's one more. Oh, buddy.
Well, that would explain why I was getting a... Something going on. Alright, I should just be able to go straight. Because I was going to... What's east of me? There shouldn't be anything east.
Just a friend.
So... let's go to about... 600x. Should be safe enough to just go straight. I was kind of waiting for the one time I'd take a photo and there would be like nearly running out of oxygen now. I was kind of waiting for the time I'd get to like take a photo and there'd just be something there. That definitely got me. Kind of just expecting it. I was kind of assuming I was in the wrong spot. Oh, it's filling with water. Oh shit. I'm gonna get to about 775. Why? I think is it filling up? I think it's filling up. Get to 775, swing right. Is it water or blood? Yes.
Yeah. No, this is the Blood Sea.
Yeah, it's the blood ocean or whatever they call it. It's the blood ocean on the blood moon. You know. You know how things were after the Quiet Rapture, Nick. Come on.
We love a quiet rapture. It's the only way you want it.
675. What's this in that? Yeah, 675 by 828. Okay. Oh, it's filling. It's filling.
Yeah, I wonder if you're like on a time limit now.
Maybe, yeah.
I can't tell if it's going up
Oh,
like
it is.
gradually.
I'm pretty sure it is, 'cause stuff is kind of slowly starting to like disappear. Right. Up.
It's hard to tell. I feel like it hasn't gotten higher in a minute. But maybe that's just the lower resolution of the stream.
Yeah. Let's say 675, 828. And 828, 828, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and angle of 295.
Okay. Here it comes. It's gonna happen. Is it gonna be the teeth? Maybe they.
Oh,
Yay! That was so fun. What a good ending. Fuck you.
oh boy.
Oh my god. That was awesome. That was good shit.
That was very good. Oh.
Love that for this game.
The expedition ultimately raised more questions than answers. Satellite images showed pieces of the SM-13 scattered all over the bottom of the trench, as though it had been torn apart by some huge beast. The wreckage cannot be reached at this time. No photographs have been recovered. The stars shine pale as bones. The moon is a lifeless corpse. Its ocean a gaping wound. The universe, what's left of it, is dying. But somewhere in the void, there must be hope.
And we're just gonna keep throwing fucking prisoners at it until we find it. Hey, Boots. What's
but remember,
up,
if you want to change this terrible universe, then what you need to do is go out there and vote.
Vote. Those prisoners deserve pay. Not a lot of pay. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing this was, supposed to be like a bit of a proof of concept of a game.
I mean, that's if Moonsliver was kind of like that as well. It was a lot of like, it's to lull you into like that kind of I'm doing a task and I'm going to get it done sort of mindset, and then moving on from there. I wonder if you can kind of just go to points in any order of, maybe it changes.
I'm guessing it probably stages things by the point, like as you collect more of them, it probably gets more advanced, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd be curious to know.
Sorry, I was looking to see if there was something that said like there was If there was like a like a list, just in case there was something about like different endings or something. But just so apparently there's a if you check the game files, you can find a folder called goodies inside a development screenshots, wallpapers, the map, and a small game called Spin and Shoot.
Ooh, spin and shoot.
Yeah.
It's my two favorite things to do in a
There you
game.
go. Spin and Shoot is a fairly simple yet surprisingly fun game. You can move with WASD and shoot or hit squares who get faster the closer they get to you. That's so. Might have to look at that. Maybe I'll look at that another time as well. There we go. But that was Iron Lung, which I don't know. I feel like that was a good. I know it was a lot of build up, but I feel like that was a good half second.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's like a lot of buildup was like a little more than an hour, you know, NVD. Like,
plus me getting lost for a little bit because I didn't realize that it was actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a cool, like you're playing at night. So I'm sure the vibes for you were better. For me, I was like, well, I'm in the daytime and I'm watching somebody do this, but like I can imagine like hunched over a monitor in the dark or near dark would make a lot of difference. But like that thing still got me at the end. I was like, because like you're staring at the screen, at least as a viewer, to be like, oh, what's the final picture gonna be?
But that's it, because like I'm then kind of going, oh, it's filling up. I need to hit this button. Let me turn around quickly and run towards it, and then like, poof, that's it. It's a good quick snap. But all right, so I said I think the last one is kind of unfair to rank because it's a demo. I'll put it in as a little like, honorable mention. This one, I feel like we had two good ones. I feel like this is two fairly high ranking ones now.
Yeah, let's think. Maybe between Revelations and Gaiden. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like that's probably, so we'd have Carrier, Resident Evil Revelations, Iron Lung, and then Resident Evil Gaiden.
Congratulations to Iron Lung, the top 3 scariest boat game of all time.
Came in and immediately unseated the former number 3.
Also, congratulations, Resident Evil Gaiden, formerly the top 3 scariest game of all time.
Well, top 3 scariest game about boats.
Yeah, about boats.
And in fairness, it's not scariest, it's just like best, general good vibes.
Whatever that means to us.
Yeah. I'm also just realizing I was lucky that I didn't move the stream layout, but I just realized that actually I picked the right spot to put us in because it didn't cover anything on the UI because it's also central. It is not just, well, actually, you know what? It kind of is a maze game. No, I think it was.
I mean, it definitely is a maze game. I don't know what
specifically the
Nick
one
is pointing out.
I know
specifically.
that, I saw that. I went, oh, immediately I know that one. That's the one with the exorcist face jump scare.
Oh, yeah, sure. It absolutely is that. Remember those? That used to be just like everything on the internet. Before we had creepypasta, we just had various GIFs that would eventually scream at you. And
then, at some point that turned into Rickrolling as well. I feel like was the other side of that coin was like, oh, instead of having something scream at you, this video is going to suddenly turn into Rick Astley. Hi Zerg, how is it going? It is going as in that we are nearly gone because
hi Zerg.
We're pretty much done. We beat 3 games.
Well, we're just
2 games and a
making
demo.
So much progress.
Yeah, flying through them now. Speaking of horror games, as I mentioned before, I saw that Nervous is now streaming The Ring. What's the subtitle on that? Terror's Realm. So I'm going to send a raid over that way because I feel like that's the fishing end to this, is send everyone over to watch. I don't know, probably one of the worst horror games made. I don't know, or at least like relatively big budget ones. I'll set that up. I'm probably going to do that elusive target at some point over the weekend, and I will stream that. I will talk with you about whatever we're doing next in boat adventures. You've got your birthday all-day stream Saturday week, correct?
Yep.
That's
so
7?
Next Saturday. 8 days from now, the 7th. That's another way to describe it.
Okay.
It's my birthday soon,
You've
everybody.
You finally
come
pinned
to my birthday.
You finally pinned the Google Doc in the Discord, so people can go and
people
suggest
in the
stuff there.
Discord.
You can go and
we have to hurry because time is running out on the raid. Yeah, everybody go to the Discord and suggest games for my birthday stream.
Yeah, do that. I suggested Vampire Survivors. I wanted to gift you a copy, but apparently it cost too little in the US, so I'm not too little in the UK, so I'm not to the EU, so I'm not allowed to send it to you because it's 60 cents too cheap. But all right, that was fun.
Yeah, thanks everyone for showing up and keeping us company and talking about housing shortages.
Oh yes, yeah.
Everybody's favorite topic.
Taking a break from real life. But I'll send you over to Nervous now and enjoy The Ring, Terror's Realm, because that's a game of some sort.
Bye everyone.
Bye everyone.
Have fun.
Bye.
Later.